In 2007, skateboarding games would change forever. While the past decade was dominated by the Tony Hawk series and its countless clones, EA and Black Box were ready to become the next icons of skateboarding games. Skate was the first skateboarding game of its kind. It introduced the Flick It control system that let players flick the right stick in patterns that replicated how a skater would pop their board in the streets. At the time, skateboarding games were very arcade-like. You would combine buttons together to get big combos and get 6 scores. But with Skate, you had to film realistic lines around the city, get sponsored, and score photos in Thrasher and Skateboard Mag. In today's speedrun, I'll be covering Skate X Games %. For this category, you have to get the cover of Skateboard Magazine and win both X Games gold medals. I had the pleasure of running this at Awesome Games Done Quick 2023. I do hope to be back with more skate runs at future marathons. Skate opens up with a cutscene showing the player getting in a near-fatal accident. This is where the player gets to customize their skater before relearning how to skate again. After the tutorials, the game will automatically start the first challenge. With autosave turned off, speedrunners will make a save here so they can skip the intro cutscene and tutorials every time a reset occurs. And trust me, they happen a lot in this game. RNG can be a nightmare. The run starts with rolling rehab. We have to skate for 15 seconds while doing at least 1 flip trick and 1 grab. We'll use this time to get over to our next challenge, where we have to play skate against the local skater Shingo. Skate's similar to horse in basketball. The first skater sets the trick while the second copies. If the second skater fails to copy the trick, they get a letter of skate. You spell all 5 letters, you lose. And unfortunately for us, the NPC always sets the trick first. So we need them to fall first try. By pausing the game right when Shingo lands, we can tell if he set the trick or bailed. If he set the trick, we have to restart the challenge right away. This will force him to set the trick again and hopefully fall. A lot of runs end here. Once we're able to set the trick, we want to perform any trick that spins and flips the board while also doing a 180. Shingo's fall animation speeds up during 180s, and he isn't the best at technical tricks. Inward heels, 360 hard flips are some of my go-to tricks here, but Shingo can fall on just about anything. After beating Shingo in Skate, we have to follow him to the elementary school. As we push across town, we must stay within 180 feet of him, or we will fail the challenge. Since the city of San Vanalona is so alive, Shingo can run into a pedestrian or get hit by a car at any point in time. But by sticking close to Shingo, we can make it to the school and meet Seb for the first time. Seb works for Skateboard Magazine, and if we grind this rail, we might get a spot in the next magazine. Immediately after ending that challenge, we're ready for filming 101. We need to catch 2 grinds and get 500 points on film. And the fastest way to do that is to hit this ledge right here. After filming, Shingo calls us and invites us to our first contest of the run. We warp back over to the community center and start the Community Spirit Best Trick contest. We have 3 90-second rounds to get Best Trick. Since we haven't found a way to drain the timer here, we just get Best Trick and wait for the time to expire. After winning, we warp down to Reg's skate shop. For optimal movement, we do 2 pushes and a power slide just at the end of this bench. This allows us to trigger the cutscene for the skate shop, while also being able to grab the next challenge, the Jubba Jingle Jam. Since the shop saw our photo in the magazine, they want us to partake in their Jubba Jingle Jam session. It's a 2-minute contest where you have to get as many points as possible. After winning, we do 4 film challenges very fast. We choose our film challenges by tapping RB and pressing Y. We start with Reg's shop film. Just get 1,000 points and start skating towards the hill. We're going to use the terrain to our advantage for a lot of these film challenges just to speed things up. After getting the 1,000 points, we immediately start our next film challenge, Line 'em Up. We just need to get 2,000 points, and we'll do so while we continue to the top of the hill. Our next film's Crank It Up. We need a 30-foot grind, and that's much easier to achieve going downhill. Then it's time for grinding teeth. We need 3 grinds that equal 30 feet and some points. Luckily, we end the challenge right where our next magazine photo is, the storefront photo. Just manual and gap to the street to complete the challenge, then pick the first photo just to save time. Now that we've gathered some footage and magazine shots, it's time to get sponsored. We warp over to Mike Carroll and do his pro challenge. We just need to hit 3 of 6 boxes and get enough score to get sponsored by Girl. While we skate over to our next challenge, we do the opinion film. I grind, flip trick, grind on this last box, then do 3 manuals on my way to the Stack My Tables challenge. This photo challenge needs us to grind and trick off of the table into this bank. This challenge goes smooth unless other skaters get in your way. While we're here, let's do the tape heads film. We just need a 21-foot jump, a manual, flip trick to manual, and enough score to complete the challenge. Then we warp to the Gap It Up photo challenge. Hoping for no pedestrians in our way, we do 5 pushes then an ollie onto this art piece and clear the gap with 350 points. Completing this challenge unlocks our next magazine photo, titled Who the Hell Is? We have to grind the middle rail and perform a flip trick. Once we land, start skating downhill to minimize loading times to our next challenge. Pick the first photo and warp to skate with Eric. Just like with Shingo earlier, we need Eric to fall right away, resetting the challenge anytime he lands. Nollie double flips seem to give the best RNG, but he can still land them. I do the same order every time. Nollie double heel 180, Nollie double heel 360, Nollie double kick 180, Nollie double kick 360, and repeat. I like to do the same tricks every time so I don't end up repeating a trick and losing the run. Once it's over, we head over to our next contest, the Poolside Chill. Like our last one, it's a jam session and we just focus on getting as many points as possible while waiting for time to expire. After winning, I do another film challenge to fill the meter and unlock our next magazine photo. For Summer Slam, I just do half pop ollies and 3 double grabs while spinning around twice. Once that challenge is complete, we warp to Product of the Environment. I have to sequence the top of this bus stop and get 400 points. After picking our photo for the mag, we unlock another sponsor film. Just have to get 2,500 points, and we're officially pro. We have another few more film challenges. Metal detector is next. We just need 4,000 points, while avoiding any of the cars speeding by. Sick Days of film challenge after that. I need to do 6 grinds, spin around 3 times, get 4,500 points. As long as the sidewalk's clear, we'll complete the challenge with ease. Then it's time for 11 o'clock news. I have to grind, flip trick manual, then trick off this curb for a 24-foot jump, and end the challenge with just enough points. The sidekick beeps again and we've unlocked another photo for the magazine. We warp over to the New Jack challenge and have to gap over the street. 5 pushes and a double grab will do the trick every time. After picking our sick photo for the magazine, we warp back to Reg Skate Shop and pick our wheel sponsor. Then warp up the street to Hole in the Wall. Just trick through the hole and it's time for some more film challenges. We bee the board and get 10 seconds of air while spinning around 3 times and doing 5 grabs. I'd be dizzy. This next one can be tricky. For elbow jam, you have to manual flip trick grind, but also you need a 45-foot grind and over 4,000 points. By using the hill to gain speed, we can easily pull it off here, as long as there are no cars in our way. After that, we warp over to PJ Ladd's mansion for the technical benchmark. You just have to frontside 5-0 to frontside tail. Again, make sure it's frontside. Finishing this challenge will get us Skateboard Magazine's Year's Best. We have to gap in front of the pillars, do a grab, and get 500 points. Just make sure you don't clip on the pool coping when dropping in, so you don't lose any speed. After selecting the first photo, we head towards the Plan B warehouse and do the Manny Madness challenge. For this one, you just do a few pushes, then manual both of the boxes in one sequence. After owning it, we're ready for the final game of skate. Don't worry, it's not as stressful as Eric. Warp to P-Rod and hope he falls on his first trick. Then just do 5 different 540s over the stairs. None of the NPCs can pull off 540s for some reason. The game will just attempt a different trick and fail every time. Doesn't matter if it's an ollie, a kickflip, a shove it, you name it. If it's a 540, they won't attempt it. After destroying P-Rod, we get the final sponsor film challenge. Just get 5,000 points as fast as possible and avoid any cars or pedestrians. Once that's finished, we can warp to the cover challenge. For whatever reason, we have to push away from the challenge trigger before being able to start it. We just need to gap the stairs and get 475 points. 360 kickflip shifty gets me over the 22 stair every time. Now that we've got the cover, we get the invite to the X Games. X Games is split into two sections. We have the street and the vert section. X Games street takes up a ton of time. Starts off with a 2-minute jam. Just get as many points as possible and enjoy skating around the X Games until the time expires. Then we have 3 2-minute rounds of best trick. Each round will be in a different section of the park. You'll more than likely get enough points on your first go each round. So similar to Community Spirit earlier, you can either keep skating or AFK until the timer reaches 0. I take first in all 4 rounds and win the X Games Street gold medal. There's only one thing left to do. Skate into this wall and press Y to start X Games Vert. 5 rounds of big air, but only your best round counts. Meaning, we score high enough on our first trick, we can bail for all the others and save some time. My favorite way to end the run is a 900 no-footer over the gap and a 900 Christ air on the big quarter pipe. Land them clean and the judges will give you gold every time. Now just bail for the remaining rounds. And time is when challenge completed shows up on screen. This is such a fun run. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like this video and comment which skate speedrun I should cover next. If you want to catch any of my runs live, I speedrun live on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 4 p.m. Central. Thanks again for watching the video, keep pushing, stay super. I'll see you in the next one.